We have a guest today. This is my friend's cat. Her name is Zelda, the cat, not the friend. All the cats seem to really like being under the skirt.
Hello, so today is very exciting because I finally finished all of the beading, so I get to start working on the dress again, which is, I'm so excited. Have I said excited enough times yet? So far, I have already put on the placket and I've done the hem, and to do the placket, it's just a pretty standard center back placket where you do the thing where you fold it and then wrap it around and then stitch it. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on that some other video, but I wanted to just kind of get going and make it from like a big donut fabric to like something that I can actually pleat up now. So I've also got the hem on there like I mentioned. To do the hem, I stitched some seam binding or hug snug onto the very bottom raw edge, and then I folded it all up, and then I did a cross stitch. And I've done that in a couple other videos before, so I will link that in the description as well. With doing that stuff, it took it from like a donut with a bunch of raw edges and like showing some not pretty unfinished stuff. Now I've got the hem finished and the center back opening is all nice and clean, so we can finally get on to pleating it, which is so exciting. To finish the skirt, the general plan is to pleat it back up. Since I had to take all the pleating out to do the embroidering and the beading, once I've got it pleated back up again, it gets an underskirt, an apron, and bow tails. I've got this fabric that kind of mimics a Swiss dot or Pontus Brie, but it is stretchy, so I don't know if that actually is officially what it is. But that's what we're going with because I was able to get a lot of it and it was cheap. So that's what we're using. What I'm going to be doing for all of that is cutting large sheets of it essentially and then gathering it all down. It goes in the front, gets one short panel, the back gets longer, full skirt length panels to be the bow tails. And the underskirt is just like a full layer on the inside that's gathered up, and that's kind of in the design. But I'm also going to be using it to cover up the ugly side of the embroidery so that you can't see it when it's all done. So you'll be able to see under the skirt because that's kind of the nature of like the mullet skirt, the high-low skirt. This layer of tulle should help disguise the ugly side of the embroidery and the beading. And then it'll get a waistband obviously and some closures, and then I also need to deal with the strap on the back of the cage skirt so that it stops swinging forward, so hopefully I can figure that out. I also got a suggestion for doing a whole fabric panel in the cage skirt. Good suggestion. It's so much effort that I'm gonna see if the strap works first, and then I guess if the strap doesn't work, then I will end up doing the back panel. Hopefully it doesn't come to that because I'm trying to get this project done. So I think that's all. I think that I'm going to be attaching all of the layers because now this is going to be like a 3-layer skirt. It's going to make the waistband kind of bulky, so I'm a little concerned about that. But I'm going to swing tack everything together. I'll explain what swing tacks are later. That's the plan. So let's get on with it. I'm so excited to see it as an actual skirt again and not just like this giant tube of fabric. Yay!
floppy girl. Okay, so I have gotten the skirt mostly assembled at this point. Pretty much it just needs the waistband and lots of flowers. However, I want this kind of stuff to stay pretty secure. When I was doing all of the beading and stuff, I figured that it would be mostly covered by these bow tails and all the flowers, so I ended up not doing beading on the back. It took too long and I didn't want to waste beads where it wouldn't be seen. However, I do want to tack all this stuff down so that it doesn't like shift wildly out of place when I'm walking around. I also want to tack down all of the Swiss dot that is underneath the skirt, because every time I put the skirt on the dress form it gets stuck, so I have to like spend, I don't know, a few minutes just kind of pulling all of the dotted fabric out from under the skirt where it's been bunching. So I'm gonna tack those as well so it can kind of live as attached layers rather than, hello, what you doing in there? But so it can kind of live as attached layers rather than two completely separate layers coming from the waistband. Buddy, that's not for playing. It's not for playing. Nope, I need you to stop that. Please get out. I'm gonna have to kick you out of the room. Do you want that? You want that? You want me to kick you out? Alright, buddy. Nope, you gotta go. Can't rip my skirt. Mom has spent too much time on this. I'm sorry, bud. Okay. Why can't you be like your sister? Now I sound like my mom. Okay, so where were we? Tacking down all of these things. I'm gonna tack down the apron, the bow tails. I'm gonna tack the dot layer to the inside of this velvet layer. That's what we're gonna do for now, and then I get to do the fun part and sew all the flowers on. And then it's just like boring stuff like putting on the waistband and closures and stuff. But yeah, then we're done after that, so that's exciting. Look at all of this beading. It took me so long. Peanut, hello? Is that your favorite place? Alright, well, let's get started. Doing to tack these layers together is called a swing tack. So a swing tack is a long chain of like essentially crochet stitches, if that makes sense. You just make a whole series of knots and it's stronger than just doing like a thread between the two. And this is really useful for two layers that you want to kind of live together and have movement but not like be really nailed together and like not floating free. So this will keep the layers together but still allow for some movement so that they look like separate layers. What you doing? You silly girl. What you doing in there? For the waistband, I'm just going to be using this grosgrain Petersham whatever ribbon to sandwich the skirt. This will be both the inside and the outside of the waistband, and I'm just using this because it's pretty sturdy and it's also very thin, so it won't add bulk like a waistband of fabric would. So a waistband of fabric would have to be stitched on and then turned another time, so it would just add like 4 layers instead of this, which will only add 2 layers. While I am putting the waistband on, I'm also going to add some hanging loops. Normally I would only use like, what, 1/4 inch ribbon, but this is a really hefty skirt, so I'm gonna be using some hefty ribbon. Who's that cute girl? It's just me. I said your name. What? What is it? Viva. Hello.
Squishing in front and back. However, it's now like pushing it on the sides, and I think it's because the straps have kept it from flattening out side to side, just because like the tension means they can't spring any further. So I think maybe I'm gonna have to add straps going front and back as well, because I don't even think the fabric suggestion, like the fabric panel suggestion, would work to keep this from doing what it is doing. So I think I need something that can keep the straps side to side instead. This is too much math and engineering for me. Yeah, so if you can see, like, it's still bowing out some at the front. It is holding its shape more at the back, which is good, but it's like completely collapsed at the sides. I would like the sides to be more like this instead of like that. So I think straps front and back might help. I've seen people do like diagonal straps as well. Maybe that's something to look into. I don't know. Yeah, I think that the flowers and everything look really good. They are obviously fake, but I wasn't going to stick real flowers on here. And you can kind of see what I was talking about where the underskirt is showing, and that covers up inside of the embroidery, which is nice. Yeah. Oh, and the strap isn't too uncomfortable or uncomfortable at all. I can feel it like against my leg, but that's about it. But at least it's doing its job, kind of. Now I need to do something so that the whole circle keeps its shape and not just like the side to side part. Feel like a princess. Okay, that is all I've got for today. I'm gonna mess with this cage crinoline a little bit more, see if I can fix it and make it do what it's actually supposed to do instead of squishing a whole bunch. I'm thinking maybe the wire I use just isn't strong enough for this skirt. I don't really want to make a new one, and I don't want to buy more wire. So I think I'm gonna just keep trying to make this one work, and then if all else fails, I'll order some actual hoop wire instead of using to-do wire. Hopefully I don't have to do that though. This skirt is very heavy. It's got so many layers, and now these flowers, individually these flowers are not very heavy, but like all together, plus it's all like upholstery velvet essentially. This is a very heavy skirt. But next week I think I'll be able to post a video about the bodice. I am making some slow progress on that. Those hand-worked eyelets take a really long time. Plus I lost the thread that I need for them, so I'm going to be using a slightly whiter shade of white instead of ivory. Oh, yeah, hold on a sec. Come here, Vicky. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Adio, it's food time, isn't it? Isn't it? Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any solutions for me, let me know. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up for baby rat. And I don't know, tell me what you think. Does it look okay? And if you want to see the rest of this costume, please subscribe to stick around and see what comes next. Okay, bye guys!
So I think I kind of figured it out. It's hard to get this view, but hopefully you can kind of see what's going on. This is the front here. I ended up putting 2 straps front to back on the sides, and then I still have the 2 straps here and then up there that are the ones I had previously. And then I ended up shoving the bum roll much higher, and I safety pinned it to the straps there, and then the equivalent one on this side that you can't see. That seems to have done the most to help. That is just really getting the bum roll up under the highest rungs so I can like really shove that up, and then having these tension straps here and here are helping to keep more of the circular shape than making it an ellipse, which was happening when I only had these two because they were compressing in on each other. Hopefully that works. It's on the dress form now, so I don't know how it will work when there's actual movement happening, but it's working for now. Hopefully I don't have to make another one.